Lucas Lazogianis got robbed versus Kiril Milov at the European Championship Finals. Naturally, instead of talking about something current and a popular topic to get engagement or at least rage bait, I'm going to talk about a missed call that happened months ago. Because why not? This channel is never getting monetized anyway, so I might as well waste my time talking about bad calls from months ago to hype a new sport in a style that no one who can understand English remotely cares about. But first, setting the stage. This is the 97 kilo Greco-Roman European Championships final between Lucas Lazogianis from Germany and Kiril Milov from Bulgaria. Milov was the heavy favorite, not just because of his defeat of Artur Alexander in the semifinal, nor simply his vastly greater world-level success, but also because he cleaned out Lazogianis 7-0 a few months previously at the Zagreb ranking series. I would go into more detail, but I want this video to be less than 5 minutes. Anyway, the match started. Milov looked better and more aggressive and got the first passivity call, causing him to lead 1-0. On the ground, Milov turned Lazogianis with a gut wrench for 2 points, then did it again for another 2 points, making the score 5-0. Nothing else happened in the first period, and after the break, the second period started. This time, Lazogianis took to Milov, being the aggressor, controlling the mat enough to get the second period passivity call, bringing the score to 5-1. Due to the low proportional strength that all wrestlers have in heavyweight and Greco being Greco, Lazogianis had no chance of making up a deficit so large and neutral, so his only way to make up the point deficit was in parterre. This forced parterre to be the critical moment in the match, and this is where the controversy is. Lazogianis snatched up a gut wrench and tried to use it to turn Milov, but Milov was doing too good a job basing out and moving, so he couldn't get his lock secure enough for a turn. So Lazogianis got to Milov's right side and used Milov's slight base and movement against him by lifting up in the air in a deadlifting motion. Then the critical moment. The ref signaled for Milov to get 2 points for a reversal, but the match judge and match chairman overruled him and gave Lazogianis a 4-point move for a parterre lift, bringing the score to 5-5 with Lazogianis having the tie-breaking criteria of highest point values scored. Incredibly, Lazogianis was winning, but it was not to be. Milov's corner challenged the call, and after a long look at the throw, they concluded that it was actually 2 points for Milov, giving Milov a 7-1 lead. The precise words were, action by blue from standing, but counterattack by red. Red didn't go to the danger position, only blue. 2 points for red. This ensured the victory for Milov, as Lazogianis had no way to make up the 6-point deficit no matter how hard he tried, and Milov would win to become a European champion. So with all that setup done, I think the refs got it wrong, or rather they got it right the first time, and Lazogianis deserved the 4 points he was initially given. Here's why. This wasn't a counterattack. UWW defines an action like this as 2 points are given to the wrestler who blocks his opponent in the execution of a hold from the standing position in a position of danger. The critical element of this rule is that there is a block. Trouble is, this rule makes no goddamn sense. How the hell can you be both standing in danger position? I'm assuming there's a translation error, so I'll instead use USA Wrestling translation, which says that 2 points are given to the defensive wrestler who can effectively counter an offensive action and hold the offensive wrestler in a position of danger. This also lines up with the ref's statement that Milov didn't counter, so that's what I'll be using. So what exactly did Milov do to counter Lazogianis? Well, he puts his right arm around Lazogianis, and that's it. It's not a counter. In my mind, a counter implicitly involves stopping or redirecting the action into control of the defensive wrestler. But Milov didn't do anything to stop or gain control of the throw. All he did was get taken for a ride. The only reason he landed on top was because Lazogianis didn't have enough strength to get the throw cleanly, but that didn't matter because they landed out of bounds and no scoring or reversing or anything can happen out of bounds. The actual move was all Lazogianis, and in my mind, giving points to Milov was a mistake. But I'm going to go one step farther and say that Lazogianis deserved all 4 points, not just the 2 points for a straight throw. UWW defines a 4-point parterre throw as all lifts from parterre or standing that cause the defensive wrestler to rotate in the air over a short amplitude and the defensive wrestler lands on 1 or 2 outstretched arms. Lazogianis lifted Milov and rotated him in the air. Sure, it was messy, sure it wasn't even remotely clean, sure he abused the out-of-bounds rules to mean that he wouldn't have gotten reversal immediately after the throw if not pinned outright, but it was a 4-point throw all the same. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the refs got it right the first time. It was 4 points Lazogianis, not 2 points Milov. I'm not saying that Milov doesn't deserve to be a European champion, or that he's a fraud or fake. The score would have been 5-5, Lazogianis leading by only a criteria. As far as I know, Milov may well have rallied to get a takedown, a push-out, a forced Partey into a gut wrench, or really anything to take the lead back and win the match that way. But what I am saying is that this move being called as 2 points for Milov was a mistake, and one that robbed Lucas Lazogianis of the chance to become a European champion.